Hello, guys. Today I want to share with you a sneak peek of something that I'm preparing for you in the future, actually, very soon. And the theme for this is one of my favorites, and it goes specially out to all the coaches in the making, or coaches that are already on the market, successful, rolling it, doing it. Because no matter at which level you are, you can always go next level. And no matter where we are, how much we give to this world, I do believe that we are all struggling with that single thing, which is taking a better care of ourselves and nurturing our inner system, nurturing our emotions, and actually knowing when it's the right time to say no to client, when it's the right time to set the boundaries, or when it's the right time to just like raise your prices. So this one goes specifically to you, to anyone working in the coaching industry, anyone working in any kind of leadership position, so that you are there to guide people, you're there to um, support people and mentor them, but specifically it's going to be niched for coaches. So, but I believe everyone can find something valuable for themselves in here. So, since I started working as a coach, I would say that I wrote here 5 biggest mistakes. I think I did all possible mistakes I could ever do. So I guess it was like 100 mistakes that I did. Um, and the funny thing is that when we break through the idea of, let's say, you don't want to have 9 to 5 job, you don't want to be employed, you don't want to have the boss. So you break out of this idea of rules, how your life should be. So instead of having a life of having a job or having a like the secured position, you choose something better for yourself. So the first thing that everyone that goes and run their own business has to do is like break through this feeling of, oh, there are rules that I need to follow. So the first thing everyone did is like, there's no rules. So we go away from the traditional rules and we like let it out, we let it go. And then what happens is there comes new rules, which we often are not conscious about. But as you tap in a new industry, as you tap as a new position, you start following coaches, you start following like any kind of business coaches that will tell you how to start your business. You start reading the books, you start tapping into how this business should work. And what we don't realize is that we are just replacing those rules that we used to have for the new rules of how the business should run, or how we should like be there for people, or how what we should do. So the funny thing in this industry is that we often don't realize that we just get trapped into another rule system. So we are just trapped into the new system, trapped into the new idea of how things should be. And we believe that if we are not following these rules, if we are not doing exactly like what people said that we should, then we're gonna fail and we're not gonna succeed. So this is like a typical journey of anyone that's been like wanting to go in the coaching industry, because sooner or later you realize that you just listening to other people and just going through the process of what should I do next? What should be my next step? How can I like awake myself? Where should I live? What should I do to attract more people? And the funny thing is, you don't need to attract more people. You just need to be at a vibrational level that people start coming to you. It's not about searching people, it's about letting people come. Also, when it comes to like raising, having sessions, or putting your price out there, people gonna pay you as much as you're gonna ask for them. So majority of people start with very low prices because that's how it should be, right? You don't have clients, so you have to start very low, which is not often not the case. It's often the opposite. And then you also have this like feelings of, I always have to deliver more. I always have to give more. I always have to go to the next level. So if people are paying for 1 hour session, I probably should do an hour and a half just to show them that I'm really here for them. Wrong. You're just giving out too much of yourself. And sooner or later, it shows out to every single coaches I ever talked to. They come to the point when they're giving their all. So imagine you have just 24 hours per day and you're giving it all out. You're giving it like you have maxed up your sessions, you have maxed up your system, and then you are exhausted. You did everything you could. And on the other hand, your bank account doesn't look like you have max that you can have. And at the same time, you feel exhausted, you feel tired, you feel like, oh my God, this is so hard. I cannot do that. And what happens is like there's so much imbalance going on that sooner or later you are ending up in the burnout and ending up in this desire of just getting away from people and just recharging yourself and like leave me alone thing. And also when it comes to social media, we are so trapped into idea how often we have to post, what do we need to do for people to come to us, which is all a ton of bullshit. And I'm telling you this from my personal experience because I did so many mistakes to realize that it doesn't need to be hard. So I don't want to go too deep into those 5 biggest mistakes I did because I want to reserve them and I want to wait with them when I'm preparing something bigger for you. And that's going to be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I'm hosting a webinar for every coaches out there, for like all the coaches, or as I said, anyone that feels to be like, I want to be a coach, I want to go on this journey. Or if you are in the journey already and you are doing it full time and you're earning a bunch of money, this is for you as well. You're going to learn a lot of important lessons. One of the things that we're going to talk about is about soul responsibilities. We're not going to talk about what are human responsibilities that you should do, but about soul responsibilities. I don't know how much you're familiar with this, but that's something that's going to be there. And what I'm going to share with you mainly, it's going to be a sum up of the selfish contributor, let's say, like baseline knowledge that I share with you guys. So it's going to be like, you're going to touch the base. We're going to start from the scratch. Why is selfish contributor even a thing? Or why do I believe this is the way we should be? So I'm gonna, like, this is like, I just like got this incredible insights that I really want to share with you, and this is just the first video posting about it. So I cannot offer you a link to apply. I cannot offer you anything because I don't like this idea that everything has to be perfect until we started. So I just want to say to you that if you are interested and you feel like you want to know more about the 5 big mistakes that I did since I started coaching sessions or coaching business, and how to overcome it or how to actually avoid them, and I promise you the value of this 1 hour webinar is going to be incredible, and it's totally for free. So all you have to do is just drop me a private message with your email and I'm going to send you all the details. So that's all you need to do, and we're going to do it on Tuesday. I have to decide about the exact hour because I think I'm going to decide based on who is signing in most. So if there's going to be more American and Canadian signing in, you're going to get a Canadian time zone. If there's more people in Europe signing in, we're going to have a Europe time zone. So it depends. So I'm just going to wait for emails popping into my inbox. And as I said, if you feel like, I'll just say, if you are a coach and you feel like you want to go next level, or if you just know deep down that as a coach, you're often the, let's say, the highest person in the room, or how should I say it, the person that share out the most light. And it often happens that you're the only one around you that share the lights with people, and you just like share it and like bring it out to people, versus on the other hand, you don't have anyone to actually talk to about your problems, or you just feel like no one out there asks you how are you. If this resonates with you, then you have to be on the webinar, because I think there's going to be a bunch of us that feel like no one on the outside asks us how do we feel. So I think it's like good to come together and share the knowledge with each other and see where this can lead us. Because as a coach, I'm just like, I'm a bit pissed off that everything you can get outside is just how to build a bigger business, how to make more money, how to attract more clients, how to manifest your dream car, how to manifest your big stage and get more speaking engagement. What about you? What about how to be more happy? What about how to reserve your energy more for yourself? What about how to live your life more authentically to your soul? What about having a better connection with your soul and with your higher self, so that you know how to make things effortlessly? Because the more you are in tune with your soul, the more things will just happen to you. It's not going to be like, you don't need to study the business behind it, you don't need to do the marketing, you don't need to do promotions. And I'm an example of that, because I never did promotion. Like, I never pay for an ad out there. I never follow the rules of like how the business should be done, or what should I do, or what should be my next step so that I'm gonna increase my business. But it still keep on increasing, and it still gives me a lovely living. Yes, I don't have my million yet, but as I always say, I don't mind getting my million in 5 years versus getting it in 1 year. Like, I don't need to push so that I get the million next year, because I don't see the point. Like, I want enough to make myself a good living and to be able to travel wherever I want, to be able to go wherever I need. But if that doesn't mean that I reach the mark of 1 million in 1 year, I'm okay with that. I can reach it in 2 years as well. Like, I don't mind, you know? And as long as it keep on growing, as long as it keep on evolving, and it just goes to the next level, next level, next level, you will come there. You'll come wherever you want to be. And there is no need for you to push it. There is no need for you to push it. And if you're on the right track, you're always going to be pulled. So there's going to be an invisible, like invisible force just guiding you towards the right thing to do. So this is something we're going to cover. And I would just say that I love to work with magic. I love to manifest things out of a thin air, not even like working for it, but just taking responsibility for small steps and just allowing it to happen. So I'm gonna just say to you guys that I'm gonna share something remarkable with you on Tuesday. And if you wanna be a part of it, if you wanna be in this webinar with me, sharing insights that I never shared, and as I always say, I don't share, like, even though I try to share things on social media, I never go in such a deep that I go in coachings. So on this webinar, we are going to go deep. We're going to stuff that I never shared on online things anyway. So, but it's specifically gonna be niched for coaches. So if you're a coach, this is something for you. If you're not and you still wanna be a part of it, I don't mind. Join us. Maybe you will feel pulled to start working in this industry, because we need more people to help us save the world, or whatever we're doing here, just to be happy. So thank you for joining me, and drop me a private message if you want to be a part of it. We are having it on Tuesday. The time's going to be set out soon, as soon as I have people signing in, so that I know in which time zone you are, so that I try to make a time schedule where majority of people will be able to go live. But there's gonna be also the recording available, so in case it's not gonna be in your time zone, you always be able to look back in it and just go through it. And I might also do a little meditation for you. who knows? We'll see what Tuesday brings. But so far, this is it for now. Drop me a private message if you want to be a part of it. It's totally free. And see you soon. Thank you, guys. Ciao, ciao. And see here.